Contrary to popular belief, the natural habitat for river birch is not a McDonald's parking lot or other landscape parking lot, but it is beside of a riverbank. So let's go ahead and cut us a sample. We'll go to the shade and we'll look at a real river birch. Okay. Alright, as we come up and approach this tree, also known as a Betula nigra, commonly known as river birch, you'll see some of the pattern that this tree was selected for. If you look, it's going to have some papery light bark, brownish gray, and also underneath will be a salmon color. You can look at this large limb that's laying on the ground, and it can have some of the bark that peels off in layers of paper. There are several different birches around, but this is the one that's the most common to the state of Georgia. If you look, a true river birch is going to be single stem, even though there are a bunch of them that are planted around ornamental varieties. They're going to be the ones that are multiple stem coming out of the ground. Let's go ahead and look at this leaf that I cut off. Okay, river birch. If you look at the leaves, there's a few things that we want to look at and think about here. First of all, you could say it's kind of a wedge shape. It's fatter in the middle. Or you can have an imagination and think it looks kind of like an Indian's arrowhead. And also tell a story to the kids about the Indians used to make dugout canoes out of river birch because they were really common on the river banks. And the leaf looks like an arrowhead, and that might make them remember it. But if we want to look at the margin, if you look at it, it's going to be what's going to be double serrated. Each tooth has another serration on it. Also, if we look at the ventation, okay, it's gonna run parallel out here to the margins, like some of our other trees. If you want to look at the stem, it's going to be very, very fuzzy. You look on the back side. If you look on the back side, it's very pale. You can also see that ventation right there as well. But it's kind of a wedge shaped or kind of a arrowhead shape. Some of these leaves are a little bit larger than others. If you can look, this leaf's about 3 inches wide and about 4 inches in length. That's about your normal size. Some of these leaves can be a little bit smaller, as you can see, but you still have the double serrations, and also how you have parallel ventation that run all the way out here to the margins of the leaf. And if you look on the stem, are typical for birch, it's going to be little bitty speckles everywhere. And on the river birch, one leaf per node, and their opposite arrangements. Some of our other birches have different kind of arrangements. And also, I was reading in the book, it has no terminal bud, and it looks like it's missing from there. So river birch, very common along stream banks. Uses, probably going to be an ornamental. I know a lot of wildlife would use this tree, and far as for eating the catkins and stuff like that. And also it seems like in landscapes it gets eaten up by a world of aphids. But you can look at the branches and you can see how they cascade off of the tree. Very pretty tree. It's one of our native trees. Betula nigra, river birch. One of our native trees.